to come on here real quick. I'm getting ready for work, and what I did was, well, I'm in the process of doing my hair, and I am loving what I did with these extensions. I went ahead and I did darken some of my extensions. This is my last piece. So here I darkened it to kind of match the top of my head a little bit better. And I also dyed my hair too. Well, actually, my husband dyed my hair. He just kind of did the roots and maybe up to here, because the bottom is already, because my hair is like on the bottom part, it's really dry. Or it's getting better now with putting like creams and leave-in conditioners and stuff like that. But you know, when the bottom parts of your hair, it soaks in all the dye. So I don't really need to really dye the bottom part. It's still pretty much the same dark brown color that I had dyed months and months and months, almost months back. So I don't really need to dye the bottom. It's just the top because of the regrowth. And for me, I really kind of let it out. I don't, you know, I don't do it every 2 months like a lot of people do. For me, it's just because, again, number one, I don't want to always keep on buying products all the time. And number two, you know, being pregnant and everything, I just don't want to be always using chemicals all the time. I mean, again, the hair dye that I was using does not have any harsh chemicals, but still, you know, I don't want to be using it all the time. And sometimes also, it's not always good to always do it all the time either. Do it frequently. And so that's why I wait like a few months, like sometimes 4. Sometimes if I really push it, sometimes I do 6 months. So I just kind of, you know, let it go. And it's not that bad of a transition. But once it starts showing like a lot, especially depending on how you do your hairstyles, then it's like, okay, I gotta do it. So that's when I do it, is when I really start seeing it with hairstyles. But anyways, so, and then what I had this feeling like last night, I just did it. A lot of it was just because, I don't know, like I've been feeling like I want like add a little color to my extensions, and not just the natural color. So what I did was, hopefully you guys can see it. So I use the Enrage color shampoo depositing and conditioner. It is a little dark, but it's just this kind of like bluish green, if you can kind of see it. And I think you can see it better like that. And it's just, and the tips are very like that, like a very light reddish brown. So I knew it was gonna take, but I knew it wasn't gonna be like that exact neon blue, which was fine. It was gonna have more of a turquoise, greenish, bluish color, which is fine too, and I like that kind of color anyways. And I just dyed the bottoms of this one because I know if I was to dye any of the other extensions, you probably would barely to not even see it. And you know, I'm not really wanting to do a full-on crazy blue all over my hair or all over my extensions. I just wanted a little accent piece, and it definitely gave me a little accent piece, which I am really happy about. And so I'm really excited about seeing how this goes. Then what I also wanted to share with you guys is I got a waiver. This is the Revlon waiver, and I got it pre-loved or used. I didn't buy it brand spanking new. I got it on eBay. It cost me, I think, if I'm not mistaken, about 15 bucks. I know if you got those brand new, they would run around, I think, $30, $25 to $30, depending where you go. So anyways, I'm going to kind of show you the bottom part of my hair, how I do the waves, and then I'm going to show you the end results. So let's get started. Let me go ahead and put you know, who knows how it's gonna be. And I'm just using the Tresemme heating spray, and then there you go. All right, so what I like to do, like when I do the crimping, and I'm still getting used to it. I've only been using it for maybe about, I would say, no more than 4 days. So I'm still trying to get used to it, because this is very different compared to actual hair dye. I mean, actual curling. It's not the same at all. So, in fact, I think it's a little bit easier, but there is still a technique with it. So, what I do is I kind of get as close as I can, and you know, the longer you keep it in, the longer it will, you'll see that wave. And I try my best to, when I go to the next step, is wherever that little dip is, I follow and I kind of put it in the same. Sometimes I am right on target and sometimes I'm not. But again, this is a learning curve. You know, I've never really used wavers before in my life. I never even used a crimper, or is that what it's called, crimper? Back in, like, you know, the early 90s or anything. So I never used those. I would just actually braid my hair to make it look crimpy. That's how I did it back in those days. And or I would scrunch my hair, like wash my hair, and then I would scrunch it. And that was a huge thing. You know, when I was in high school, that was a huge thing. And so I did that a lot. So, yeah, so this is my first time having like something like this. And this is, let me tell you, I mean, this is pretty heavy, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think this is heavy. So, yeah, so I'm just kind of crimping it, or no, waving it. So yeah, and you know, again, the more practice you get, and the more practice you do with this, the more you're gonna get used to it, and the better you're gonna get. So I mean, I have not like said no more to this. I am still going with it, and see, there you go. I think it looks pretty neat with the new color. I mean, I think it's definitely different, and I think having everything putting it all together, you know what I mean? Like, I think putting all the extensions in and stuff, it's gonna definitely look a whole lot. It's gonna look really cool. So, and the best part too, this is not permanent. So like, if you wanna, you know, change it up, you know, with the hair dye, you can, and that's the beauty of it, because it's not really hair dye, so to speak. This is just the shampoo and conditioner depositor. So that's the cool part, is you can wash it out. I mean, I don't know how many times it's gonna take for you to wash it out, because I never try to wash it out before, but you can do that. No, because it's just a depositor. That's all it's gonna do. And so there's like no like developer or pneumonia or anything like that. So that's why, you know, I think, again, don't be expecting though. The big thing is here is like, this was like almost like a neon, almost like a really bright electric blue kind of color. So don't be expecting, or maybe like an ocean blue, maybe but don't be expecting that you're gonna get, if you're dyeing your natural color and you haven't bleached it or anything, don't expect it's going to come out that color, because it's not. And I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't even too sure if it was going to even take. And sure enough, it did take. So, you know, it actually did change a color. And I think it looks really cool. So, you know, I think it looks really, 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 really cool. So, sorry, I'm also looking in the mirror here too. So yeah, so this is kind of like what I do. Just crimp it. I keep on saying crimp it. Wave it. And you know what, to me, for me, I feel like this is a whole lot easier, you know, than like doing the whole regular curls. I'm not saying I don't like the regular curls, but doing it like this as an everyday kind of thing, as my normal, you know, work attire or work look, I think it's a whole lot easier. You know, it's not, you know, it's still appropriate for work. It's not like, you know, like it doesn't look too, you know, laid back or anything. So I think it's still a good look even for work. So yeah, so here, this is what it looks like. So again, and what I've done also with with the hair extensions, I used this, after I washed it and everything, I used this, I don't know if I can, sorry for the light there. Here, let me lower it a little bit. Okay, maybe that'll be better. Okay, it's still pretty bright, sorry. But I used the Suave Keratin Infusion Heat Defense leave-in conditioner, and it really helps with frizzy hair and also damaged hair. And so I started putting that in, and I think by doing that, it made the waves look a lot more glossy. So that's what I did with these extensions, and it even done that too with my own hair. So I'm really liking that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off camera and then do everything, and then I'm going to come back and show you like the ending results and kind of like what do I do to preserve this look for the rest of the day. All right, so I'll be back. Hi guys, so I'm doing this again, sorry. So this is basically the final look of how my hair and my hair extensions look. I actually dyed the other parts that has some lighter colors, and I think it looks so much better. And so now I'm heading to work. So it looks so much better now, and I just kept the blue, so just kind of have more of a seamless look. And hi guys, so anyways, as you can tell, it is definitely later in the day. I'm wearing a different shirt. It's after work hours, and well, as you can see here, well, I don't know if I really showed you prior how it looked before, but yeah, I went ahead and I did dye the whole, I did some re-dyeing for some of the extensions, and I kind of explained that in one of my video on the previous little video that I did to kind of show you what it looked like in the light, and when I was heading to work. So what I did was I just kind of did like a little touch up basically of what I did of, you know, after having a full day of work and, you know, activities and stuff, sometimes you have to definitely like touch up your work and your hair, because especially with me, with my hair, it does get frizzy, like super frizzy. And so and that's even like sometimes even my extensions gets frizzy too, especially after I've had them for a while. I notice that's what happens with some of the extensions. So but you just gotta like condition it really well, and for the most part they don't. But if you've been working and you've been in and out, inside and outside, which I have since I was on the road, and I was out and in and out of cool buildings and outside. With the humidity here on Guam, it really does frizz up your hair. No matter, like for me, no matter what kind of creams I use, like hair cream and stuff, leave-in conditioners, it still does that. I mean, the only time it doesn't really frizz up really if I pretty much stay inside. So, but if I go in and out, it's gonna frizz up no matter which way I do it. Especially if I'm always, you know, if I go back in and out all the time. So anyways, I want to show you just real quick, how do I kind of like touch it up? And so I did touch it up a little bit, but what I'm going to show you is, I'm going to show you just like a little piece of what I do here. So what I do is either I would put hairspray or I'll put some kind of cream. Today I'm just gonna do like a little hairspray. And so what I do is I just kind of spray it right here. So look at this part. Oops, I don't know if I even got it. I think I got it on my shirt. There, yeah, okay. There, so now it's on there. So what I'm gonna do is get my waver and then just kind of go over it. And that's kind of what I do. So, and then I kind of do that with throughout the whole, throughout my whole head pretty much. And I just look at, look through through my, certain parts of my hair, what really needs to be, fixed and what doesn't. But yeah, that's kind of like how I have it. So as you can see, it looks very like, I really like how this whole, like the color really turned out for me. It really turned out really well. And I do have, there is a video prior to this one right now, how it looks out in the sunlight. And I am wearing a dark shirt, so it's kind of hard to really see it. But it's really, 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 really pretty. So I really like the color, I really do. And it just looks more seamless, right? Excuse me, a lot more seamless. And so this is kind of what it looks like in the back. I'm hoping you're gonna see it pretty well. So, I mean, this is kind of like how it looks. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. I mean, yeah, I guess you can when I go on my tippy toes. So it just has that seamless look now more, I think, and I really do like it. I like it a whole lot. And that's the key here, like you gotta play with it. And so I really do like this waver. This waver is a really cool waver. I would have to say this is kind of like my go-to now, what I use. I've been, like what I said in the first part of my video, I used this for about almost going on 4 or 5 days already. So this has been really cool to use, and and I'm still getting used to it. So, I mean, it's something I'm still, I'm still trying to figure out, like, what would be the best, how to use it the best way, like what's the best way of using it. And the more practice you get at it, the better you get. And so I think I've gotten a whole lot better from day one until now. And that's why I didn't want to do a video right off the bat, because I wanted to kind of, get the hang out of it. And I also did some research too, like to see like how do I get these waves, and I think too, because my hair is on the darker side, sometimes it's a little bit harder to see the waves sometimes, just with the consistency of my hair and the color of my hair. If I had blonde hair, I think you'd be able to see it a whole lot more, but I don't. So and I think but you can tell it's wavy. I mean, you can definitely look at it. I mean, it's definitely there. I mean, especially when you look at it closely at it. So it's definitely there. And it's just, I really like it. Again, it's not like some of the wavers out there are very, 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 the divots here, or the little dips here are very deep. And so those that are very deep, you're going to see a whole lot more of the curl, or a whole, like a deeper wave than this. And so it's just the matter of, like, I think really your preference, really. For me, I like waves that are not super, how do I put it? That are not super deep. I don't really like, I mean, sometimes it gets too much for me. And so I think this is just the perfect type of wave. And I like it. I really do like it. And so I'm gonna definitely rock the waves for a while. And you know, I'm not saying I'm not gonna do any more curling. I'm definitely gonna curl. That's for sure. I'm definitely gonna curl my hair and my waves. I mean my hair, my waves, my hair and my hair extensions. But like for an everyday kind of thing, it went. You know, just doing the touch up was pretty quick. And so it's like you know, it's a lot less work. It's a lot less work than doing the curling, definitely. So anyways, that is pretty much the ending of this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll check you guys later. Okay, bye.